As we got closer, I could tell what he was staring at. An open board game. It was a large board with a strange metal object in its center. It looked like one of those bells you might see on the desk of a hotel, but instead of the little button that you might press to get the staff's attention, it had a winding key that you might find on a wind-up toy. I walked to the game board that Bobby had been staring at and took a look. It was an antique, that was for sure. The game's box said it was called Reply the Departed. The game board was divided up into rooms with square tiles spread throughout, some of which were special. Neat, I said. Oh, yeah, Bobby said. Real neat. Have you played before? Can't say I have. It's a great game. It's a ghost hunting game. Bobby, Cindy said. Let's leave these people alone. No, it's fine, I said. Tell me about it. What was the goal of the game? I asked, hoping to spur Bobby back into action. Oh, right. You go to the clock right here in the middle to change the date, and then you travel to one of the rooms with a specific murder weapon, in order to try to channel the spirit of one of the deceased. Then you wind up the timer, and it ticks down for 10 seconds, and at the end, it either rings or it doesn't. It was a special timer designed just for that. If it rings, it means that you've channeled the ghost and you get a point. If it doesn't, you have to try again on your next turn. Sounds fun, Kimberly said. Yeah, Bobby agreed. But this one has its pieces missing. No cards to draw. No character pieces. It's a shame. Of course, when I was a kid, we liked to try to use the bell to communicate with real spirits. There was a whole urban legend abo. Ahem. Bobby's coworker cleared her throat. I think we should leave these people alone. Don't you think? Bobby. Oh, right. Bobby said. Well, take care. He got up slowly and walked out of the room, closing the door behind him. The rest of us continued to stare at the strange game board on the table. The walls, Kimberly said. Look at them. I stared down at the game board. Though now faded, the walls of the house interior depicted on the game board were red. They had red wallpaper. Tiny paintings were hung in elaborate golden frames, just like those on the red wallpaper. So we're dealing with ghosts, Antoine said. I can see the bell on the red wallpaper. The 10-second bell. Does it have tropes? I stared down at the board, as Antoine pointed out. While the game board itself was innocuous, if I stared at the bell timer itself in the center, it appeared on the red wallpaper. A single trope appeared along with it. Indestructible MacGuffin. This plot device cannot be destroyed. I had seen that trope before on an object, the astrolist's instant kill weapon. This bell didn't have any other tropes associated with it, but the fact that it had a trope tied to the antagonist made it intimidating. Looks that way, I said. It's an indestructible plot device. It doesn't have other tropes that I can see. But we may be hitting the limits of what Trope Master can do, if it relates to ghosts. Though, we probably have to deal with things like possess. Before I could finish my sentence, there was a knock at the door. My friends and I looked at each other. Cassie and Isaac were glued to their places on the couch. I'll get it, I said. I sprang up off my knees and walked to the door. I peeked out the peephole. It was the cleaning lady. Cindy. Bobby was behind her. He looked worried. I opened the door. What's up? I asked. Cindy held out a piece of paper that had been crumpled up. I found this in the trash we just emptied. It looks like whoever left that game had printed out some game instructions. I took the paper and glanced down at it. It was a printout of a post on a message board of some kind called Arterial Oasis. The name sounded familiar, but I couldn't place it. The title of the post was, The Real Rules of Reply the Departed. Thanks, I said cautiously. I looked past her and saw Bobby staring at me wide-eyed. He looked worried. I slowly closed the door and began reading the paper. What is it? Kimberly asked. It isn't instructions for the board game, I said. It's instructions, I said. For a seance or something. Like an urban legend, maybe. Does anyone remember that old board game called Reply the Departed? It was a game about contacting spirits or whatever. It had a strange bell on the board that would sometimes ring after you wound it, but sometimes not. Well, you can use that bell to talk to real ghosts. I didn't believe it until my cousin showed me. He told me that the game was based on a similar practice used by mediums for hundreds of years. That's where the game designers got the idea. He said it was called the 10-second game originally, and he said it is dangerous. You should not play this game. Some people said the original game was boring, and they wanted something new, so I thought you might want an update. Seriously, don't do this. It is dangerous. Set out the game and get rid of the cards and character pieces to let the spirits know that you are not just playing the game. Make sure the bell is visible. This is critical. Cover all mirrors in the house. Keep them covered. Open all the blinds and curtains, so you can see the windows in every room. Wind the timer and say aloud, "I wish to receive a reply from the departed," or anything like that. Then wait until 3 inches the morning and turn out all the lights. Anyone in the house is now a part of the game. Any ghosts connected to the objects you collected will gather to speak to you. Remember, if they have gathered, and you do not talk to them, they might get angry, so don't chicken out. To check, all you have to do is go into a room and stare out the window. Only do 2 people per room at most. Wind the timer and wait 10 seconds. If the timer doesn't go off, there are no ghosts. If it does, you have to follow the rules. Do not turn around. Keep staring out the window. You will see faint figures outside as the ghosts try to get to the house. The figures you see will be ghosts. Do not turn around until they are gone, or you will allow them into the house. You do not want that. My cousin did not tell me what would happen, but he said it would be bad. While the figures are at the window, you can ask them questions. Wind the bell. If it goes off, the answer is yes. If not, the answer is no. Do not turn around until all the figures are gone. If you see a blue light out the window, go back into the main room and cover your eyes. Seriously, this really works. Don't say I didn't warn you. Be careful. There are more than just ghosts who want to talk to you.